Hey traders, this is Marco. It's Friday. We have the 24th of March. I have another bar by bar for you today. You can see here the daily ES chart. This is a 2000 tick chart, and I'm coming to TPC always around 7:30 in the morning. So I drew this downtrend here, working lower. We had the break of this channel and the retest of the lows. And yeah, let's get to it. Right now we have new lows here in play, so this downtrend here could be played out already. And right now we not have any clear bias, and what I usually do when I see something like this, I'm drawing a range here because you can see prices go up and down without clear direction. This is a higher low here, right of the lows. So we made a new low here, first entry short, second entry short, failure, and this is a higher low, but no setup because it's very congestive here. You can see it, this like mini range within the range, and I don't like to take trades into mid lines of ranges or into directly highs of last price action, so we have to skip this here. Another higher low here. But same story as before, it's going long directly into the highs, so we cannot take this here. And prices go higher from here. We bounced off this range support here. Let me color this range so you can see it a bit better. And I can see some potential up structure working higher here. You can see prices are fitting within this channel neatly. So we're going back and forth. Now we're breaking out to the top side here and coming back inside this channel here. No setup so far. Let me zoom in a bit. We had an overshoot of this channel here. Many times after an overshoot, you see a break of the structure. Or if we put the channel like this, then it is still part of the channel. And we like to see a retest of the highs because after the first break, prices are retesting the extremes. And yeah, so it really depends on how you want to see this channel. But I think this is not too important right now. So yeah, maybe I just leave it like this for now, and we see where we go. Prices come lower here. This is a lower high, but this bar is way too big, so we cannot take. And now we are pushing above the last resistance here of the range, and we are making a new high of this shorter term uptrend channel here. And you can see markets are opening. This is 8:30 in the morning, and yeah, I'm always marking this area here with a color, with a change of color from this gray background to white background. So I know that right now markets are getting faster and more volatile. And yeah, we're going higher here. Right now I like to change the channel a bit, because I think if we draw it like this with a break and retest of the highs, that's more convenient to play. And also consider we broke out of this range here for the first time, and now we have something very interesting, because you can see prices are forming a lower high here. So we had this channel working higher, first break. You can see also the shorter term channel working lower, first break of the shorter term channel, retest of the lows, also first break of this uptrend, and we're going higher here, pushing strongly above the EMA, leaving the range to the top side and making a new high. And now prices are forming a lower high here. So we have two structures playing at the same time. We have this range here, and we have the first time breakout of this range. So many times you will see that breakouts are failing. So I really like to take a short here because most breakouts fail. And we have this shorter term uptrend here played out with a new extreme. And you can also think about this could be a lower high here. So I really like to take this setup here as a lower high. and the failed break higher. And many times breakout will fail and prices are coming back inside the range. So this is happening here, and you can draw always the shorter term channels here. Same like this, extending the range a bit. And you can see prices are coming back inside the range and testing the breakout area. This is the breakout area. Prices broke out of this range here. And we're coming back, testing the breakout area and checking if this breakout here will lead to, in general, prices go higher from here, or if prices are staying within the range. And let's see what's happening. Oh, this is very, very sideways here. Pure congestion. No setup here. Really, you cannot take anything in this kind of congestion. Even though the bars look many times perfect, you can see this perfect bear bar. You can see this perfect bull bar. Buyers and sellers have no idea what's going on. And you will see many times that buyers and sellers placing their buy orders and the sell orders right at the top and low of the range. So when prices are leaving this area, then there are many times very aggressive moves to either direction. So right now we are in this range here, and we had this channel here working lower and the first break of it. So we would like to see a retest of the lows of this shorter term downtrend channel here. And prices still are staying within this range here and going lower from here, bouncing, and not sure if you can see it already, but I must say there could be some channel working lower here. If you take this high here and connect the last swings that happened in this range here, then you have a touch here, another touch here, and another strong rejection and touch here. So there could be potentially a channel working lower within this range. So this is a hard question now. If you consider this setup here to take a short, usually this is congestion. What I said before, you can see there's some strong support, but we cannot ignore the fact that a down structure is working lower here. Prices are respecting the channel line here, and yeah, you will see many times. Look at this bar here. Prices came all the way up here, and then before closing they were pushing it all the way lower here, and you can be for sure that all the buyers that jumped on the trade here, taking a long, having their stop orders right below this range here. I think even one tick below this last recent low here. So if prices manage to push below this area here, then we can see a very strong reaction. We can see like an explosive move, because I told you many buyers and sellers, they are placing their orders at the top and the low of the range. And right now, all the buyers that went into a long trade here, they're getting potentially stopped out if prices manage to tick lower here. And then on top you have all the sellers that are waiting for a breakout and putting their sell orders right below the range. So that will give additional fuel to the movement. And yeah, as I said, it's a hard decision from technical point of view. We have like a failed second entry long here. You have the high here, so it's a new high here. First entry long, pullback, second entry long, failure. So all the longs that went into the trade here getting in, and they're about to fool them and to stop them out. So really, if it's a bit more, if it can be a bit more aggressive, then I really like this trade here as a failed second entry long. And you can see we're stopping out all the buyers that had their stops here, plus we're taking in the short sellers. So this explosive move can be explained simply that many orders were waiting here, and the buyers that wanted to take a long trade until here are being stopped out. So prices went lower here. We're staying within this shorter term downtrend at the moment. So yeah, this is a news event. I was wondering about the size of the bars. This was 845, so we have the flash services PMI. So no trades in this area, even though this looks tempting as a second entry short, but look at the size of the bar. It's 24 ticks, so really you cannot take this. We are touching the range support here, and we are still within this downtrend structure here. Bouncing off this range support here, you can see maybe we have to extend the range a bit like this, and we get a strong bull bar working higher here. Usually I would like to see more confirmation before taking a long here, because last time this support was tested 7 in the morning. Now it's like 8:50, something like this, and all in the meantime we were not testing this support. So not liking to take a long here just now. A higher low would be tempting, but prices are going strongly here, pushing strongly back inside the middle of the range, pushing above the EMA, and we're going higher from here. So it's time to draw a bigger channel, I think. We have this channel working high here, first break and retest of the highs. We're at the range highs at the moment, and congestion, and we're leaving the range. And whenever you see this, you know channels are progressing, so we are increasing our channel right now. Like this fits pretty nice, and consider always markets move in two, so a potential target was here, but we're pushing higher than that. So yeah, right now the bias is not very clear. We have still this downtrend here. We were bouncing off the range support here. Now we have an uptrend forming here, so I tend to more be bullish right now. But as I said, this is like yeah, it's not very clear, and whenever it's not clear, we skip. You can see some congestion forming up here, pushing higher, breaking the channel, making a new high. And this is interesting because if I extend the range like this, because here we made the last highs, now we are touching the highs again, and you can see this channel here with the first break, retest of the highs, and we find some resistance here at the last highs that were made short after the opening. And we have pretty much the same pattern, the same structure what we had before. This channel was working higher, break new high, lower high. Now we have channel working higher, break new high, lower high, exactly of this resistance of the range here that was confirmed or that was made in the morning and confirmed here now. And this is a trade that I also took as a lower high because what was that? Because I saw the same pattern as here, and we are bouncing off this resistance here, and my target here is obviously to take a scalp back to the EMA. We have enough space here. This is a lower high after this trend played out. So all the longs that came up into this trade here and see that it's not going higher from here. You can see this wick, it's a wick to the upside, then we're turning and this strong bear bar is forming here. So all the buyers that are still in the trade, they're taking the profits now, and that's why we have this lower high forming here, because all the buyers are taking the profits, plus the short sellers that are seeing the resistance here of the range. They're getting into this trade here because they see that prices are bouncing off this resistance and they want to take a short back inside the middle of the range. So we have again two parties joining to each other. So I really like this lower high here, and you can see prices are bouncing back to the EMA. The EMA is acting as a magnet. You will see it many times when prices are moving away from the EMA. It's snapping back, we're pushing above. It's always snapping back to the EMA. It's like a magnet. So consider this. Forming congestion here, can maybe extend this little congestion that was made before here. And prices go sideways here. We're staying at the top range right now, so nothing really to consider. Dojis. Really, there's nothing right now. No clear bias. We're going up and down all the time. Now we have some push higher here. We're leaving the range to the top side and coming back again. So that could be treated as a failed break higher here. But yeah, we have like 4 bull bars coming up here, almost finishing perfectly on the top side. So taking a short like blindly on this small bar, it needs a lot of selling power to turn this move here. So I think this is too risky, cannot take. And we're pushing lower back inside the range. Most breakouts fail. Remember this is very important. It counts for the small range. It also counts for the big ranges. Most breakouts fail. I have to repeat this. And we're working lower here. The shorter term channel is working lower. Potentially first break. So waiting for a retest of the lows. Here's the retest going lower. There's no setup. If you consider this, look at the size of the bar. It's 19 ticks. It's an inside bar of this bull bar. So we're turning all this buying power, returning it around it. So all the buyers that jumped on this trade here, taking a long, if prices drop below this bar here, then the buyers have to quit. But usually from this move down here, you can see this bull bar, this bull reaction here is just profit taking. So this is not a real like bull uptrend or something like this. It's just all the sellers that are taking profits here. So it's a quick pullback here. So there's no reason to consider that prices will go higher from here, excuse me. So first break, retest of the lows, and really we stay in the middle of the range here. So this shorter term channel here played out by now, and we're going higher. This is a higher low, but it's right below the EMA. You can see this wick here. I don't like to take a long just now. I would like to see more confirmation. And we are forming a shorter term channel, working high here. You can see prices are bouncing off this level here and fitting in neatly. So going higher here, bouncing off this range resistance one more time, and breaking this uptrend structure here for the first time, retesting the highs. And now I start to think if maybe the range looks more like this, because you can see we have some touches here now. Prices go higher here, and they find some resistance at this level, breaking even higher. Okay, interesting. I'm playing a bit with this trend here because I'm not sure if I should leave it like this or extend it. I will leave it like this for now and see how this plays out. So we have the first break here, potential first break, retest of the highs. And this is a very strong bear bar here. So if you follow the patterns that we had before, when, let me put this back here. If you follow the patterns that happened before, like here and here and here, you can consider a short here, but also consider that we're breaking out of the range for the, I don't know, it's like the second time now. And the more often we break out of the range, the more likely it is that the range can be broken for good. I hope this was fine with English. I'm not native, as you realize, but what I wanted to say is the more prices are breaking a range, the more likely it is that the range will be broken in total, so that prices are leaving the range and not coming back. But yeah, as I said, if you consider this as a lower high here after this channel here played out, then and you see the patterns, then you can take a short here. Yeah, we're breaking the range for the second time, so usually then I'm starting to become more careful here. But yeah, we're coming back here, finding some support at the EMA, and not making another attempt to make a new extreme. So we had this tiny break here, and this is counted then as a break because this channel here played out by now, and we're coming back inside the range one more time, pushing lower here. You can see if I draw the shorter term channels, working lower, break new low, so this played out. Then I can see these pushes here, so I'm starting to make a bigger channel, still from the same high, and extending the channel to the lower side. And you see there we have a nice down structure working lower. We would like to see a nice pullback to the EMA or key entry point. The best is when they align like this, when the EMA and key entry point of the channel are aligning, then we have a very strong level here. And I must say, this is a perfect second entry short. Really, when I saw this trade, I tried to get into the trade, but maybe you were in the same situation. It moved so quickly, so I had no chance in getting into this trade. It was literally, the bar was formed, and I don't know, half a second or even less, we pushed lower, and there was not a chance to get into this trade. But this for me is a perfect setup. This is a perfect second entry short right off the key entry point, which is the EMA and the channel resistance line here. You can see the key entry point and EMA are aligning here, and we get a very nice second entry short, almost perfect bear bar. So this was really the trade of the day for me, and yeah, I didn't get into this trade. So but yeah, if you saw this and you traded this, then congrats. Yeah, so sideways, you can see prices are, excuse me, going sideways here now. By the way, I see this now. That was also a triple test. You can see prices made this high here, tested once, tested twice. So really this setup, if you want to study second entries, then you have to make a screenshot of this right now, because that looks simply perfect. Yeah, breaking this channel for the first time, still inside this range. I'm always clicking the wrong way here. You can see this shorter term channel working higher, breaking for the first time, This is congestion, not really a setup. This, I have a problem with this because it was not reaching the range highs here. If it went a bit higher, let's say the wick touched this area here, then maybe consider a short here. But there's still some room. We could like go sideways here a bit and then test it, and if you're in a trade you're getting stopped. So yeah, I couldn't take this. There was not a real clear touch of the resistance here. And then prices go lower here. We have a shorter term channel working lower. You can see this like this. Looks great. Oh my gosh, we're staying in this range the whole day already. Breaking new low, some support here. Don't always look to the left. What was here? There was a bit of support reaction here, but no clear support. We would like to see support of the range support. Interesting. Prices. You can see prices bouncing back to the EMA and forming. Let me see. It's a new low. So it's a first entry, second entry short. But we have a break here already and we made a new low, and you can see there is some support coming up, but also this bar here looks so bearish, and it's a lower high, it's a second entry short. This is a very hard decision. The thing is, we had a break here already, so if you are fast enough, you can scale down a bit with your contracts and try this trade on this lower high second entry short. I will mark this for now because you know that I'm playing a lot with momentum, and momentum is showing me here that prices are pushing lower, that the pull back to the EMA is like the EMA is acting as a resistance. And okay, this doji bar here, now it's congestive, so if you consider, you can leave this trade. But yeah, by here you would be out of the trade already. But yeah, I was fighting with this. But if you are aggressive and momentum player like me, then you will like this setup. So yeah, most probably on 4 ticks, even on 6. Let me check. And here, so this is so 1.75. So yeah, 6 ticks would be fine, but more than this, not a chance. You would be stopped out here by now. Prices go sideways here. Really no clear bias. We just go sideways, up and down. Leaving this range here, this mini range within the range to the top side. Not really strong pushes higher. You can see these bull bars pushing higher here. There's some quick rejection of the range resistance, but poof, look at this buying power coming in right now here. So this is what I said before, that the more you break a range, the more likely it gets that the range is broken for good. So we are leaving the range here. Very strong push higher, like this. Breaking this structure here, pulling back a bit. Consider price made a new high here, no high here, so it's the first entry long here. Pull back, second entry long, but this is congestion. Look at this. This is congestion. How big is this bar? It's 10 ticks. Cannot take. No trigger anyways. And this is a bar that I would like to see. This is a very strong momentum bar. The bulls coming in here, finding buying power. And this is a clear sign that buyers are jumping in. You can see this perfect bar here. It's like a second entry long, presumably the new high here. Where is the first entry? It's by 1 tick. Pull back, second entry long. So again, this is a momentum play on a second entry long. We have this strong push higher here. So most times we see like 2 legs to a new high, something like this. Or if this is a single leg, then like this. Yeah, this is a must take. With this strong momentum coming up here, you can see these bars finishing perfectly here on its top. So that's strong bull power. I'm not even considering now taking a short here because, yeah, as I said, it's like so strong bull power here, and there's a potential second leg up here. So really seeing here, getting close to this measured leg here. And we made a few pushes higher to a new high. So these are 2 legs, 1 leg, second leg to a new high. So this channel here, this uptrend channel here played out. And we see what prices are doing, coming back, pulling back a bit, pushing lower here. Can draw this channel line like this. First break, retest of the extremes, congestion. And it's funny, we had congestion here, congestion here. You can see there are like some buyers and sellers are fighting here and they don't know what's going on, because it seems to be some important level here, because 2 times congestion exactly at the same area. A lower high, but we already made a new low here, and it's right into the support of this mini congestion here, and we have this wick here, so I don't trust this. Then we get this like reaction here, a bull bar. Buyers that are jumping in want to buying this to the other side of the range, getting disappointed here and getting stopped here, and prices push lower, and we find some support at the breakout area of this range here. Same story, pushing high here, pushing lower here, pushing higher here. Another congestion. Really, we are far below the EMA. We are far away of any key entry points, so we cannot take this here. And yeah, right now we're forming new congestion, and this is live price action. So yeah, that was the trading day for today. Let me zoom out here a bit. I will remove the space on the right so you can see the trading day on a zoomed out perspective. We had this downtrend working lower, break new low, then we were pushing higher, break new high. We were staying inside this range here, and there were some nice setups. I was speaking about this, like how patterns are repeating itself. We had this pattern here, then another pattern here, then it repeated again here. The very nice second entry short here, really check this, study this setup. You will see it many times in trending markets. Perfect setup here. Yeah, coming back inside the range, then breaking out to the top side one more time, forming this strong push high here, second entry long, momentum play, 2 legs to a new high, and then reversing again, testing the breakout area of the range, and now getting higher again. So yeah, That's it for today. I hope you liked it. Please like and subscribe. If you haven't, you will make me a favor with that. And if you want to learn reading price action like I do or like Taylor do, then check out our course on toppicktrading.com. And yeah, that's it. Have a nice weekend and speak to you most likely on Sunday for the weekly chat. All right, see you.